Well, we are just over 24 hours away from the 2024 Academy Awards, and the red carpet is rolled out and ready to go, as is 9 US correspondent Jonathan Kersley, looking very, very dapper, I might say. Jono, final preparations underway.
Absolutely, Sophie. Welcome to Hollywood Boulevard, to Tinseltown. The red carpet has been rolled out here ahead of the biggest night on the entertainment calendar. Oscars 2024 takes place a little bit over 24 hours from now. You can see the photo wall there with the likes of Cillian Murphy, Margot Robbie, Emma Stone, Emily Blunt, Christopher Nolan will all be making their way through here tomorrow. The flowers being set up there. We've got the stage preparations, the lighting preparations. Some of the plastic has been peeled off some of the Oscars trophies you may be able to see in and around this room, but the excitement certainly is building. It is now palpable here, Sophie. It is going to be a monstrous night, expected to be a huge night for Oppenheimer, the story that was essentially the story of the man behind the atomic bomb. It is up for 13 nominations, one behind the most in Oscars history. The talk among pundits and betting agencies here in the United States is that it could walk away with potentially 8 or 9 Oscars. So it could be a big night for the likes of Cillian Murphy, who is up for Best Actor. It is also up for Best Picture. Christopher Nolan up for Best Director. Barbie, the Margot Robbie epic, is up for 9 nominations. Obviously, though, infamously, she was snubbed from the Best Actress category. Greta Gerwig, the director of Barbie, also snubbed from the Best Director category. But still, Barbie up for 9 Oscars nominations, including, rather ironically, Best Supporting Actor Ryan Gosling, who will also be taken to the stage tomorrow night to perform, most likely, I'm Just Ken, that song that was such a big hit during that movie. But there, as I mentioned, Margot Robbie, she could still pick up an Oscar if Barbie is able to go away with the Best Picture tomorrow night. She is an executive producer on that movie, so if it wins, she wins. There are other Australians also up for Oscar nominations. Screenwriter Sarah McFarlane and Nikki Bentham, they're up for producer, they're up for short film production roles. Tony McNamara, a screenwriter for Poor Things, he is also nominated. But as you can see, take a look around here, Sophie, there is plenty going on. We are now a little over 24 hours away until Oscars 2024. So get yourself strapped in, get your popcorn. It's going to be a big night here in Hollywood.
It is absolutely buzzing. Jono, thank you.
The Oscars lights are hung and the red carpet has been rolled out today. In just over 24 hours' time, Hollywood's biggest names will arrive at the Dolby Theatre for the 96th Academy Awards.
And that is where we find entertainment reporter extraordinaire Sam Rubin right now. Good morning to you, Sam. It's Oscars Eve. Who is going to host this year?
Is hosting for the 4th time in a row, and what I think is unique here, Jane and Clint, Australia, good morning to one and all. Oscar excitement building. Jimmy Kimmel's wife, Molly, is the executive producer, so I don't think she's going to let her husband fail. My suspicion is they've been working on a monologue. They've known the nominees for months now. So there's that, and then whatever other bits they can throw in. So Jimmy Kimmel says, you know, it's like flying a plane. He needs to get the plane to land on time and without too much major disruption. Having done it 3 times before, I think he'll accomplish that.
So if his wife's running the show, he's not a Nepo baby, he's a Nepo husband.
Exactly right. I'm sure he'd appreciate that characterization.
I'm sure he would too.
Get that message to him. Who are some of the more notable presenters this year, Sam?
Who isn't presenting? They are promising that you're going to see upwards of dozens of former Oscar winners, including, of course, the main winners from last year. Brendan Fraser was so emotional on the Oscar stage last year. He will likely, as the Best Actor winner, present Best Actress. Several other winners from the past will be on stage. I think you're going to see this cavalcade of stars. What's going on this year, which is unique, I think the winners, for the most part, are fairly well determined. So they've really got to make the show good and surprising, because I don't imagine there'll be many surprises when the envelopes are opened. So what else can you do to get people to call, oh my gosh, did you just see that? Have you heard about that? That's what they're trying to generate tomorrow here at the Oscars.
Well, that bodes well for the performances, Sam. Which artists will be on stage?
Well, no criticism of the singing surgeon, but I think we're going to get better musical numbers here. Billie Eilish will perform the song that I think is going to win, that song, What Was I Made Of, from Barbie. I think that's going to be a lovely, kind of a quieter number. as you're hearing it, but it's a beautiful song. It adds such heft to the Barbie movie. Then, by contrast, Ryan Gosling and dozens and dozens and dozens of dancers will sing I'm Just Ken. And I think there you'll see some cameos. I think you will see famous faces from the movies and from the music business joining Ryan Gosling on stage. I think that's going to be a real cavalcade. I think that if there is a planned viral moment, that's it. Carol G singing a song from Flaming Hot, and 2 other numbers as well. So there's 5 numbers, all of which will be performed. I think the musical highlights could be some of the big highlights from the Academy Awards.
Oh, I am excited by that I'm Just Ken. That sounds great.
Because he's so handsome.
Well, and
Forget about
all
the voice.
the cameos. I love that stuff.
What about the Australians, Sam? What Aussies are up for a gong?
There are 4 Aussies nominated, and I would tell you, though, I don't think Margot Robbie will necessarily walk home with an Oscar tomorrow night. She, more than anyone, has already won. Margot Robbie now the premier actress in Hollywood, and more importantly, the premier producer in Hollywood. So she will be at this ceremony many, many times for work in front of the camera and her work setting up movies, as she already did with I, Tonya, and now Barbie. It's extraordinary for somebody so young and so talented and with such good taste. I do think the screenwriter from Poor Things, who's really been visible throughout Oscar season, he's an Aussie, he has a shot. 2 other Australians in the live short category, so perhaps the country will be represented there. But I think your biggest opportunity is likely the screenwriter of Poor Things, who may walk up on stage tomorrow night.
All right. You heard it here first. Sam Rubin, enjoy the next 24 hours. Thank you.
Just about showtime for the biggest event on the Hollywood calendar, of course, the Oscars. 9 US correspondent Jonathan Kersley has scrubbed up and is getting in early. Jono, final preparations are in full swing.
Oh, absolutely, Sophie, they are. The flowers have been decked out, the carpet has been rolled out, and right now you can see television crews going through their final rehearsals. Here's Nicolas Cage. Hi, Nicolas. It's not quite Nicolas, as you can see. They're running through some of the rehearsals for the stars walking the red carpet here, and as every hour passes, Sophie, you can just feel that excitement build here a little bit more. We're just over 24 hours away until the 96th Academy Awards, and it is going to be a monstrous evening, particularly for Oppenheimer, which is set to clean up. Nominated 13 times, including Best Picture, Best Actor, Cillian Murphy, and Best Director, Christopher Nolan. Barbie gets 9 nominations, but as we know, no nomination in the Best Actress category for Margot Robbie, no nomination for Director Greta Gerwig, but we will see Ryan Gosling, who is nominated for Best Supporting Actor, also on stage performing I'm Just Ken tomorrow night, and we've been told there might be a few surprise performances in store as well. As for the host, the person that carries the weight of the expectation of the show on their shoulders, Jimmy Kimmel, will return for a 4th time. His wife and executive producer on this show. There is going to be plenty in store as we continue to see these final touches going on here. Lights are being set up. Stage is almost set. Inside that Dolby Theatre tomorrow night, it will be packed with celebrities. But as we know, not everybody can go home with an Oscar on Oscars night, Sophie.
Jono, because you're the authority on this, is Clint our Ken, do you think?
I don't even...
Ken Doll, Clint. I think. Look, he's certainly got a Ken look about him. He has been compared to Ryan Gosling in the past.
That's right.
I know, with those dazzling eyes.
Many times before, Jono.
If I see Ryan around here, I might just ask him what his thoughts on
Jono actually
Clint
dressed up
Stanaway,
as
but obviously,
Ken. Jono dressed
all
up
of
as
you are
Ken a little while back. Do you sing the song? Do you sing the song? I am just
It's like
Ken.
a stitch-up, Clint.
I think he could.
That sounds like a stitch-up,
Come on,
doesn't it? I'm just Ken.
A little more oomph, please.
Hey guys, we want people to watch our show.
Maybe. There's plenty in store, though. This is getting exciting here. Look, here comes Margot Robbie now. Stay here.
jeez.
Margot, hi.
Can we get a grab? See if she's no, nothing to say.
Oh, well, there we go. As we see, no, nothing to see. Margot in rehearsals there.
Good on you, Ken. Ken
Rehearsal,
Kersley
Margot.
joining us live from the red carpet.
Can I just say, Ryan Gosling's got nothing on you, Clint. Look at those dimples. Oh, I've got to say that.